Alexander is on the pole for the race. Brandon Collins will line up P2 alongside him on his right side. Matt Keck will be third. Taro Kishida running in fourth. Alex Bertinoli will roll off fifth. Ethan Tyler sixth. Tom Bagley seventh. Greg Sorg, our in-car driver, will be eighth. Jake Malter will be ninth, and Dave Hicks will round out the top 10 for today's activities.
SM2 on the front row, we have Mark Stadolski starting on the front next to Luke Satterfield. His son, Steve Stadolski, actually starting right behind him next to Matteo Azzari. Kevin Loffridge, followed up by Bob Grosslack, followed by Jack Kobus, Chris DeMuzio, who actually lost an axle during qualifying, but already getting back out there. Bill Hamill, and then Emmett Ryan to round out the top 10.
And the green flag is out, and we are underway here at the Audubon. Brandon Collins with a nice jump, a huge...
A little bit of a tap there. I think we had a little bit of front-to-back contact there. 3 wide through 1.
Brandon Collins got
almost 4 wide through 2.
Brandon Collins got a huge shove from Taro Kishida, and here we go with the SM2 field. Green flag is out. Mateos are already pulling out to make it 3 wide.
3, 4 wide almost through turn 1. Everybody clean. Back to 2 wide for turn 2.
Stadolski going to get away well. Luke Satterfield goes to second. Matteo Azzari trying to fight his way to second, but he's going side by side with Steve Stadolski as back up front in the Spec Miata field. It is Brandon Collins with the lead. Taro Kishida second. Matt Alexander trying to get a little sideways off of turn 4. Tries to go to the inside. Further back, it's going to be Greg Zor looking to the inside of Matt Keck. Takes a peek to the inside, trying to fill the mirrors up with the 08 of Ethan Tyler. Just kind of holds in line right now. Sword does the same thing, gets right up to the back bumper of Matt Keck as they go through turn number 1 and 2.
You can see Matt Alexander using all the track available to him here. He's really trying to push, gain back that first place position.
A little bit further back, it looks like Mike Bernardi trying to go to the inside. We got a battle for the lead in SM2. That's Luke Satterfield, who just went to the inside. Take a 2-for-1, I would say. Luke Satterfield to the inside of Mark Stadolski. Now side by side with Matteo Azzari.
This is an extremely competitive place. A little bit of a lock-up there.
He's in the grass a little bit. He's around.
He's going to be clear there, so everybody's going to get by. An unfortunate series of events there for Bob Grosslack.
Just got 2 tires into the grass there. Keck now takes the position over Ethan Tyler into turn number 1. Also, side-by-side battle behind them between Greg Zorg and Alex Bertinoli. Zorg's going to lose it!
Off, and it looks like he is going to make contact with the wall there.
Sorg into the wall on the driver's left-hand side in turn number 1. Keeps it rolling, though. Gets it back going. On board with him. Unfortunately, we were going to get on board at the shot right as he hit the wall. But nonetheless, he's able to continue going. We'll just have to see if that car is still able to be functional or if it's got some any more mechanical damage. And Scott Ballard going to take a defensive line here on Mike Bernardi. Bernardi going to try to roll the outside a little bit. A little bit of a lockup there between Art Zeismer as we got going into the corner now. Turn number 1. This is a side-by-side battle between Greg Sorg and Jim Dvorak. Sorg gets the spot. Dvorak on his bumper, though. Give the spot to Sorg as he gets a little loose. He's off again. Driver's left near the exit of turn number 2. And now Jim Dvorak going to try to holds on to the car, stays on with it. But Jim Dvorak was almost getting another opportunity of chance to be able to pounce on the Greg Zorg. He'll continue to hold the spot, but it's just bringing Ethan Tyler back in.
The inside. Is he going to take 2 spots here or 1?
He's going to get to the inside of Scott Ballard. Try to shove Ballard a little wide here to get through the corner, but get the spot to Ethan Tyler. He's through to the number 6 to the number 7 spot. Now Tom Bagley looking to the inside of Ballard. Does Tom Bagley go for it? He does. He drives it in deep. It's hard on the brakes. Bagley is now through Scott Ballard. Scott Ballard is losing his momentum here as now he's got another family member. Here comes Kevin Ballard to the inside. It's like a go-kart race. He just got shoved on the line. And he's losing spots left and right. Kevin Ballard going to go to the inside. Going to hold Scott Ballard to the outside now. Here comes Dave Hicks to the list. Does Dave Hicks get a run on Ballard? Steve Sadowski now going to the inside of the 39 of Jim Dvorak. Will make that pass work. And now he sets his sights on the 2 leaders in front of him. Oh, one is way off.
Here. The 83 there of Mark Stadolski.
Taps the wall.
Out. We'll see if he can get it going again here.
He taps the wall a little bit and doesn't look like it's much rear damage. Able to get the car fired and rolling again, so we are going to be able to potentially stay green here if he can keep it going. 1 car off as well. That's Kevin Lockridge in the number 4.
Oh, and we got a loose tail light on that car as well, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Does have a loose taillight there. Mark Stadolski able to keep the car rolling there, so he'll be able to keep the grace. Looks like under green for now. Scott Ballard right now holding on to the back end of Kevin Ballard, but you got the 15 of Art Zeismer kind of hanging with them. If Art can get to the back of Scott Ballard and push him up to Kevin Ballard, this can start some battling here. But now you got a big run from Scott Bowman coming to the back of Art Zeismer.
A little bit of a slide from Luke there, though. So you got all these guys' tires. They're getting hot. They've been out there for a while, and just driver degradation, too, as well. So getting tired out there. Steve looks to the inside of Mateo here, and looks like he's going to hold it there.
As now Steve goes to the inside, will make it to the inside pass of Mateo Azzari as they come through turn number 3. So move Steve Sadowski up to the next spot. He'll go to the second spot. Mateo Azzari will drop it back to third as the leaders right now.
Mateo looking back to the inside here.
Taking a peek.
Doesn't quite have it, and so if Steve Sadowski can hold on here, is he going to be able to catch up to Luke Satterfield?
They're going to have to kind of work their way up to get to the front of the field if they can. White flag will be displayed. It's now turned into from a race for the win between Taro Kishida and Matt Alexander to a battle between themselves as who's going to finish second on the podium versus who's going to finish third. White flag displayed. Brandon Collins will receive it. Taro Kishida and Matt Alexander race to turn number 1. They'll drag race it to the line off the final corner, but it's going to be Brandon Collins doing the clean sweep, going 2 for 2 here today, winning GT and winning Spec Miata. Taro Kishida will hold on to second, and Matt Alexander will round out the podium spot, finishing third. Matt Keck going to come home in 4th spot. He'll take the 4th spot right now. Alex Bertinoli will take home the number 14 car in 5th. Jake Malter will cross the line in the 6th spot as he comes around now for 7th. Mike Bernardi in the number 8 will finish in 7th. Ethan Tyler in the 08 comes across the line right now to finish in 9th. Tom Bagley going to hold on to 10th for 9th, and the battle for 10th is going to be between Kevin Ballard, Scott Ballard. Kevin Ballard will get the 10th spot. Art Zeismer comes home 11th. Scott Ballard 12th. Scott Bowman in 13th. And Greg Sort 14th. Dave Hicks in 15th. Now we got the battle for SM2 as it still continues to rage on. As we got Luke Satterfield leading the way. Steve Sadowski as they come across the line. I believe Steve Sadowski is going to get the win over Matteo Azzari, and Luke Satterfield is going to finish in 3rd after leading the race on the final lap and all the way through. And that's what we love to see here at the Audubon Country Club. We train racers, all come from a novice perspective, trying to get racers interested in the racing, and we turn them into racers like we are seeing here on display here today. As here's another look at the Spec Miata top 10. Brandon Collins comes away with the win. Taro Kishida is 2nd. Matt Alexander comes home 3rd, rounds out your podium finish. Matt Keck in 4th. Alex Bertinoli 5th. Jake Malter 6th. Mike Bernardi 7th. Ethan Tyler 8th. Tom Bagley in 9th. And Kevin Ballard rounds out the top 10 after that crazy finish that we saw between Scott Ballard and Art Zeisberg coming home for 11th and 12th.
Yeah, and so we're going to head over to kind of following these guys right into the podium, kind of get an experience. So these have just been some great shots, whether it's the in-car, from the drone shots, kind of gives you a full perspective of what the club has, what's going on around here.